Haile Selassie, the Lion of Judah and the symbol of African unity. In the heart of Africa, a continent rich with history and culture, there emerged a figure whose name would echo through the ages. A man who stood tall against the might of European imperialism, a leader who inspired a nation and became a beacon of hope for an entire continent. This is the story of Haile Selassie, the Lion of Judah, the Emperor of Ethiopia, and the man who defied the odds to protect his people and their sovereignty. Join us on this journey through time as we uncover the life of a man who became a symbol of African unity and resilience. Imagine a world where the fate of an entire nation rests on the shoulders of one man, a world where the struggle for independence is not just a battle of arms, but a battle of wills. This is the world in which Haile Selassie lived, a world that would come to know him as a hero, a visionary, and a symbol of hope. His story is one of courage, diplomacy, and unwavering determination. It is a story that begins in the late 19th century, in a land that would soon face one of the greatest challenges in its history. Born on July 23, 1892, in the village of Egersagoro, Ethiopia, Haile Selassie was destined for greatness. His birth name was Tafari Makonnen Wolde Mikhail, and he was the son of Ras Makonnen Wolde Mikhail, a respected military leader and governor. From a young age, Tafari showed a keen interest in learning and governance. He was educated in traditional Ethiopian subjects and was fluent in several languages, including Amharic, Ge'ez, and Oromo. In 1910, Tafari was appointed to the position of Dejazmach, or Commander of the Gate, by Emperor Menelik II. His rise to prominence was swift, and by 1916, he had become the regent plenipotentiary of Ethiopia, effectively ruling the country on behalf of Empress Zewditu. His intelligence, political acumen, and dedication to modernizing Ethiopia earned him the respect and admiration of his people. In 1930, following the death of Empress Zewditu, Tafari was crowned Emperor of Ethiopia, taking the name Haile Selassie first, which means power of the Trinity. His coronation marked the beginning of a new era for Ethiopia, one filled with hope and promise. However, the path to peace and prosperity was not an easy one. In 1935, Ethiopia faced one of its greatest challenges, the Second Italo-Ethiopian War. Italy, under the rule of Benito Mussolini, sought to expand its colonial empire and saw Ethiopia as an easy target. The war began with a series of skirmishes along the border, but soon escalated into a full-scale invasion. Haile Selassie, however, was not one to back down. He rallied his people and called for unity in the face of the Italian threat. He knew that the survival of Ethiopia as an independent nation depended on their ability to stand together. The emperor's leadership and determination inspired his people, and they fought valiantly against the invading forces. Despite the odds, Ethiopia managed to hold its ground for several months. The Ethiopians used guerrilla tactics and their intimate knowledge of the terrain to their advantage. The war was brutal, and both sides suffered heavy casualties. However, the resilience and courage of the Ethiopian people were unwavering. In 1936, Haile Selassie made a historic speech at the League of Nations, appealing to the international community for support. His eloquence and passion moved many, and his speech became a symbol of resistance against colonialism. Although the League of Nations failed to take decisive action, Haile Selassie's speech highlighted the plight of Ethiopia and brought international attention to the conflict. Despite their valiant efforts, the Ethiopian forces were eventually overwhelmed by the superior firepower and resources of the Italian army. In 1936, Haile Selassie was forced into exile, and Ethiopia was occupied by Italy. However, the emperor did not give up. He continued to advocate for Ethiopia's independence from his exile in England, and his efforts eventually paid off. In 1941, with the help of British forces, Haile Selassie returned to Ethiopia and led a successful campaign to expel the Italians. The victory was a turning point for Ethiopia and a significant moment in the history of Africa. It marked the end of Italian occupation and the beginning of a new era of independence and self-determination for Ethiopia. Haile Selassie's return was met with jubilation and celebration. He was hailed as a hero and a symbol of African resistance. His leadership and perseverance had not only saved Ethiopia, but had also inspired other African nations to fight for their own independence. After the war, Haile Selassie focused on rebuilding Ethiopia and modernizing the country. He introduced a series of reforms aimed at improving education, healthcare, and infrastructure. He also worked tirelessly to promote African unity and cooperation. In 1963, Haile Selassie played a pivotal role in the establishment of the Organization of African Unity, OAU, which later became the African Union. The OAU was created to promote solidarity among African nations and to work towards a common goal of independence, unity, and prosperity. Haile Selassie's vision for a united Africa was a beacon of hope for many, and his leadership helped to shape the future of the continent. Under his rule, Ethiopia became a symbol of African pride and resilience. Haile Selassie's influence extended beyond Ethiopia's borders, and he became a respected figure on the international stage. His advocacy for African unity and his efforts to promote peace and cooperation earned him numerous accolades and honors. However, Haile Selassie's reign was not without its challenges. In the 1970s, Ethiopia faced a series of internal and external pressures, including economic difficulties, political unrest, and a devastating famine. In 1974, a military coup led by the Derg, a Marxist-Leninist military junta, overthrew Haile Selassie, and he was placed under house arrest. He passed away in 1975 under circumstances that remain a subject of debate and speculation. Despite the challenges he faced, Haile Selassie's legacy endures. He is remembered as a symbol of African unity and resistance against colonialism. His leadership and vision inspired generations of Africans and helped to shape the course of African history. Today, Haile Selassie is celebrated as a hero and a visionary, a man who stood tall in the face of adversity and fought for the dignity and independence of his people. In the heart of Africa, a continent rich with history and culture, there emerged a figure whose name would echo through the ages. Haile Selassie, the Lion of Judah, the Emperor of Ethiopia, and the man who defied the odds to protect his people and their sovereignty. His story is one of courage, diplomacy, and unwavering determination. It is a story that continues to inspire and motivate people around the world. As we reflect on the life and legacy of Haile Selassie, we are reminded of the power of unity, the importance of resilience, and the enduring spirit of the African people. His vision for a united Africa remains a beacon of hope, a reminder that together we can overcome even the greatest challenges. Thank you for watching this episode of Stories of Legends. If you enjoyed learning about the incredible life and legacy of Haile Selassie, the Lion of Judah, and the symbol of African unity, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories of legendary figures from around the world. Each time, we bring you the untold stories of heroes, visionaries, and trailblazers who have shaped history. From ancient empires to modern-day movements, we explore the lives of those who have made a lasting impact. Don't miss out on these captivating tales. Click the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest episodes. Join us on this journey through time and discover the stories that have inspired generations. Thank you for being a part of Stories of Legends. Until next time, keep exploring the extraordinary lives of the legends who came before us.